Shalom, everyone, and welcome again to From Pain to Passion, Purpose, and Power. This is yours truly, Dee Dee Cooper, and I am so elated to be with you on today. This is still the day that the Most High has made, and I hope and pray that you are still rejoicing and glad in it. This is such a beautiful day where I am. Just gorgeous. The sun is out, it's warm, and it's just so encouraging to see everyone out and about, and families out and about, and children playing, and the trees, the buds are on the trees. I just love this time of year, springtime. It's such a time of renewed hope, and I pray that you feel the same way. I hope that your week is getting off to a great start. This looks like it's going to be another very busy week for me, but I thank and praise the Most High. I love to be busy, and Yahweh knows that it is such an honor and a privilege to be before you once again. I want to take this opportunity to welcome those of you who have not yet subscribed to this channel to please do so. Subscribe to the channel and invite those that you know would be blessed by this ministry to also subscribe to the channel as well. Also, I want to encourage you to like. Give us the thumbs up. Definitely comment. I respond to each comment, and share the videos. Share the good news. Share this platform with those who you know will be blessed by this ministry. Also, I want to invite you to our interactive Facebook page. I'm also entitled From Pain to Passion, Purpose, and Power. This is an interactive page. Posts are made every now and then. I'll pose a question to give us an opportunity to interact with one another, to share testimonies as to how the Most High is dealing with you during your journey of ascending. It's always encouraging to hear from you. The Bible tells us that they overcome by the word of their testimony and by the blood of the Lamb. So it's also such a blessing to hear from you. Also, join us on Instagram. We're on Twitter. And also, I'm a blogger on blogger.com. And there is a podcast that is forthcoming. So I'm looking forward to sharing with you on the podcast as well. So you have something to look forward to, as well as some other awesome things that the Most High is doing in promoting this awesome opportunity that He has given me to share with you. Now, last week, we began an introduction. We did an introduction on conquering low self-esteem. We've been talking the past few weeks about self-esteem and what self-esteem is and why it is so important to have healthy self-esteem. We also disclosed that according to the APA, the American Psychological Association, that there are 3 types of self-esteem. There is high self-esteem, okay? There is low self-esteem, and then there is inflated self-esteem. And we're going to explore all 3 of those categories of self-esteem so that we can get an understanding as to what self-esteem is, and then you can find yourself and where you are as it relates to self-esteem. Do you have healthy self-esteem or a high self-esteem? Do you have an inflated self-esteem? And usually with that inflated self-esteem, there's a word that's being bounced around a lot these days. That's narcissism. We're going to take a look at narcissism and what that is and what the symptoms are. And then there is low self-esteem. But all 3 of those deal with how you view yourself. Now, we're ascending, remember this, we're ascending from a place of pain, moving on to passion, walking in purpose with Yahweh's power. And in Hebrews, the 12th chapter, verses 1 and 2, the word of Yah tells us that we are to lay aside the weight, every weight, and the sin that doth so easily beset us. Now, today, we're going to deal with low self-esteem. I want to start there first because we are ascending. So I want to start with low self-esteem. Believe it or not, beloved, so many of Yahweh's people are struggling and suffering from low self-esteem. Low self-esteem is certainly a weight. It is a weight that will be around your neck like a millstone, and it keeps you and it hinders you from growing spiritually, and it hinders you from growing emotionally, mentally, and every area of your life. How you value yourself and what you think about yourself affects every area of your life. Now, your thoughts can literally ground you to the extent that it stunts your growth. The weights that I am talking about are in your mind. Remember, last week we started talking about thoughts, and we started talking about the mind and what you think and how you think. Proverbs tells us that as a man thinketh in his mind, then so is he. The great philosopher James Allen, he wrote a book in the 1900s entitled As a Man Thinketh. And he says that a man's thoughts are the total sum of who he is. Your thoughts, they frame your character. Your thoughts frame what you think about life and how you perceive life and how you handle situations. It all stems from your thoughts and what you think about yourself. Now, remember, according to the APA, self-esteem is a person's overall sense of their personal worth. In other words, self-esteem is how you value yourself. It has absolutely nothing to do with how anyone else feels about you. Self-esteem is just that. It is how you view, value, love, honor, and respect yourself. It's how you perceive yourself. What do you think about yourself? How do you honor and appreciate yourself, regardless as to any externality that is going on in your life? Your self-esteem speaks directly as to how you handle situations. All of us have encountered or will encounter traumatic, hurtful, painful situations. But your self-esteem, your self-perception of you will determine how you evaluate and how you deal and cope with the situation. Your self-esteem, in simple terms, is your thoughts about you. No one else's thoughts about you, but your thoughts about you. Self-esteem, beloved, is a mindset. Let me say that again. Self-esteem is a mindset. Now, what is a mindset? Let's take a look at that. A mindset is a set of beliefs that shape how you make sense of the world around you. And a mindset is a set of beliefs that shape how you make sense of what you feel about you. Self-esteem is a mindset. High self-esteem is a mindset. Low self-esteem is a mindset. Inflated self-esteem is a mindset. A mindset is a collection of thoughts. They are beliefs that shape or form your thought, your habits, the thoughts that you have about yourself. Your mindset, these are thoughts that shape your habits. They shape what you think. A mindset shapes how you feel. And a mindset shapes what you do in any given situation. A healthy mindset. There are certain things that you just will not allow. Why? Because I feel good about myself. And because I feel good about myself and I place a very high value on myself, there are just certain things that I am just not going to tolerate or accept because of how I feel about myself and how I value myself. However, on the other side of the spectrum, if a person has low value or a low self-esteem, there are things that they will accept. There are things that they believe and tolerate because they don't feel very good about themselves. But I have good news for you on today. The word of Yah says that Yahweh sent his word. He sent his word to heal us and to deliver us out of all of our destructions. So the word is coming to deliver from low self-esteem, those low thoughts about yourself. Now, a mindset is not just a set of beliefs. But a mindset are beliefs that are formed by our thoughts that orient our reactions and our tendencies. Your tendencies stem from a mindset, a set of beliefs that you have about a situation. Now, self-esteem are thoughts that you set your mind on about yourself, whether they be negative or positive. They are thoughts that you yourself set on yourself about yourself. No one else's opinion applies. Self-esteem is just that. It is how you value you, yourself. Now, there are many factors that can frame one's opinion about themselves. There could be traumatic experiences, whatever these experiences may be. Sometimes the experiences are so painful that they can affect the way that you feel about yourself. If there are certain things that happen to you along your life's journey, things that caused great damage or pain, maybe suffering at the hand of someone else or a great loss. These are things that can certainly affect how you feel about yourself, whether they be good or bad. Sometimes loss can affect how you feel or how you value yourself. Failures or successes can also frame how you feel about yourself. But what you think about yourself will determine how you process and handle any given situation. Now, a person with low self-esteem sees themselves through a very dim lens. Let me repeat that again. A person with low self-esteem sees themselves through a very dim lens. This is a person that lacks confidence in who they are, and they lack confidence in what they can achieve. Remember, esteem is how much value you place upon yourself. Esteem is a self-appraisal. Now, low self-esteem, remember, we're on a journey and we are going up. We're ascending. Now, low self-esteem, beloved, keeps you grounded. It grounds you. It keeps you base. Now, sometimes when you're flying, you may hear the pilot say that this aircraft is being grounded temporarily because of foggy conditions, because of a foggy weather pattern. The pilot is not allowed to take off or ascend because the fog in the atmosphere or in the air creates a situation that impairs the pilot's vision to the extent where they are not able to see clearly. Listen to this now. A person with low self-esteem cannot ascend because of foggy conditions in the mind, foggy conditions in your thoughts. And these thoughts keep you grounded to the degree that your vision becomes impaired because the lens that you see yourself is cloudy. It's foggy. You can't see clearly. You can't see the good in yourself. You can't see the good that the Most High has for you. You don't even believe that you deserve it. Why? Because you're grounded. There are foggy conditions in your mind, in your psyche. The thoughts that you have about yourself, the negative thinking, or as someone says, the stinking thinking that you have regarding yourself impairs your vision. A person with low self-esteem, I guarantee you, they have lack of vision. They can't see clearly the good that the Most High has for them. And it's impossible to ascend when you have low self-esteem, when your thoughts about yourself are low. Remember, you are not going to ascend any higher than your thoughts about yourself. If you feel good about yourself, you will believe that you can do all things through Yeshua, because he is the one that strengtheneth me. And through him, I can do anything. There is nothing impossible for me to accomplish or achieve, because you believe that the Most High has given you everything that you need that pertain to life and godliness. And through him, I can do it. But a person with low self-esteem, they won't even get off the ground because they do not believe in themselves. They don't believe that they're worthy to achieve and to lift off and to go where the Most High wants to take them. Now, I shared a quote with you, and this is from an unknown author. And I thought that this was just totally phenomenal. And it says, if you really put a small value upon yourself, you can rest assured that the world will not raise your price. If you put a low value on you, no one can raise your price. No one can raise the value of yourself but you. No one can value you like you can. Low self-esteem will keep you in a stupor. It will keep you in a fog. It will keep you in a place where you're stagnant and you're not growing. You won't move. You won't make steps. You won't make moves because of the way your thoughts about yourself. To have low self-esteem, beloved, is to not have faith in Yahweh. If you have low self-esteem, if you don't feel good about yourself, what you are actually saying is that what the Most High did in creating you is not good enough. The Father only gives good gifts. James chapter 1 and verse 17, it says that every good gift and every perfect gift comes from above, and it cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variableness, there's no changing in Yahweh. And there's no shadow of turning in him. When he created you, he stepped back and says, now that's good. That's my best work. And then he put his life, he breathed his breath, his Zoe in you. The psalmist wrote in Psalm 139 and 14. He says, I will praise you, Yahweh. Why? Because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. You are very meticulous in making me and creating me. You made me in your image and in your likeness. There's nothing bad about you at all. Everything that you do is wonderful. The sun, the moon, the stars, everything that you've created was good. Every time you created something, you stepped back and you said, now that was good. But when you formed the Adams and when you made man, hallelujah, in your image and in your likeness, you said, now that is very good. And that is how you need to see yourself. He took great care in creating you. He put his purpose in you. He placed gifts within you. You are somebody. His thoughts toward you, beloved, they're only of peace, not of evil. And they're only to bring you to an expected end. He has an expectation of you to carry out and to fulfill his purpose with passion and power. Change your thoughts about yourself, beloved. Philippians 2 and 5, he says, let this mind be in you, which was also in Yeshua. But you have to allow the mind of Yeshua to be in you. And yes, you can have the mind of Yeshua. What is the mind of Yeshua? His word. The word of Yahweh are his thoughts. You want to know Yahweh's thoughts? Get into the word of Yah. Uncover his thoughts about you. If you have low self-esteem, you need a change of mind. Your mindset needs to change. I remember this song in the 70s by Eddie Kendricks. He was formerly a Temptation. And he wrote this song, Girl, you need a change of mind. And I'm telling you on today, beloved, if you have a low self-esteem, you need a change of mind. Your whole mindset needs to change because it's time to take off. There's nothing wrong with having a healthy self-esteem. The Bible says not to think more highly of ourselves than we ought. But to think highly of yourself is having Yahweh's thoughts towards you because he thinks highly of you. He created you. He formed you. Your eye color, your hair color, your personality, the sound of your voice, everything. He put those components there. He made you a unique creation. Reevaluate your mindset, beloved. The only person that can change your mind about you is you. My sister, my brother, if you have low self-esteem, take Brother Kendrick's advice. You need a change of mind. Change your mindset. Change your thoughts. Renew your mind by the word of Yah. Get into the scriptures and find out just how awesome the Most High made you. He loves you, and so do I. Until next time, I pray that you have an abundantly blessed week, and that the Most High's favor will go before you, and that you experience the miraculous on this week. The first miracle being you loving Yahweh and you loving you. Until next time, Yah bless you. I love you. Shalom.